focal here on Healthy Balance. I'm just inside a scary old house somewhere in my neighborhood, and I wanted to tell you a ghost story that I experienced once. A real experience that I had. It's scary to tell. I'll tell you the first one, which isn't scary. I used to hang out with my friend James, and we would go to graveyards to walk around, something that teenagers do in Canada, just to be rebellious, walking through graveyards. So James and I used to walk through the graveyard. And we were walking through it one day, and I saw this glowing green orb that was floating near a tree. And we walked closer to it, and it was like this glowing cloak. It wasn't hanging on anything. It was genuinely some sort of spirit. And it had a good energy. It wasn't a scary energy. It was actually kind of, a happy feeling. So we left, and it was kind of exciting seeing something like that. So I said, James, let's go back again next week. So we went back again, and we saw the same kind of floating green cloaked green orb. And I just felt this kind of loving feeling from it. So there are good ghosts and bad ghosts. So that was my experience with a good ghost. But then we went back a third time. And we were walking into the deeper part of this graveyard. Now, this graveyard was called the Mount Pleasant Cemetery, and it's in Toronto, Canada. And it's a very big cemetery and very old. So there's a lot of old graves there. Anyway, so we were walking. It's hard for me to talk about this story. We were walking through the cemetery, and we went into the deeper part of the cemetery. And there were these tall statues there, like the kind that are as tall as like electricity poles, like really tall, like no one could climb up there. Anyways, I noticed one of the statues. It was like a guard. I said, hey, James, check out the guard. And we both were looking at it and thinking, that's a cool statue. But then, the scary thing is, it suddenly turned its head like this. I'm getting shivers now, and it turned and looked down at us. And James and I got this horrible, fearful feeling. Like it was a bad feeling. I'm sweating just talking about it. It was a bad feeling. A bad energy. And I looked at James. And he looked at me, and I said, do you see what I'm seeing? He said, the head looked down. It's looking at us right now. And I said, James, we need to walk away. Just slowly turn around. And we need to walk away very slowly. And we walked away very, very slowly and never looked back. So I never went to a cemetery at night again after that experience. So that's my little ghost story. I have other ghost stories I'll share with you another day. But I want to know, can you leave a comment below and let me know if you've had any encounters with ghosts and if you've had any kind of experiences. I'd love to hear in the comments below your experiences. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I will see you tomorrow.